Welcome to video guide number 2, getting set up and logged into GotSport. If you watched the first video, then you should already know that our first order of business is to submit a US Club member application form. To find this form, you can use the link in the description or simply Google Join US Club, and it will be the first non-sponsored result. On the page, just scroll down a little, and you'll see the first two options listed as club membership and league team membership. The site explains the differences, but essentially the club membership is for organizations that have 3 or more teams, and the league team membership is for organizations with 3 or fewer teams. I would suggest using the club membership either way, as it's not super important, and the club membership leaves you some wiggle room to grow or bring over more teams. So let's go ahead and click the link for the club membership. Now it will take you to this screen, which summarizes the different memberships again. But we'll just scroll down here and you can see it prompts you to either sign in or create an account. If you have used GotSport before in any capacity, you can go ahead and use that profile to submit this form. But 99% of you will probably not have an account already. So just click create an account at the bottom, enter your info, and set your login credentials. It will immediately log you in afterwards and allow you to begin the application. Click the register button next to your name at the bottom. The first section is just confirming your basic contact info for your own profile, and the next section is the actual form itself. Just fill in each response. Most are self-explanatory. You will be prompted to enter information for a, quote, registrar, president, and a director of coaching. If your club does not have a dedicated individual for those roles, just enter your own information for all 3. Submit the form and it will be sent to US Club for approval. Once they process the form, they will create a dashboard for the club, add the role of admin to your profile, and connect the club to the league on the back end. Once this step is complete, your dashboard has been created and you are off to the races. It is important to note that you have 2 different dashboards to navigate. The club dashboard using your club admin role and your personal profile dashboard. You can switch between the 2 using the grid icon in the upper right to select your admin role and view the club dashboard, or switch to your personal profile by clicking this silhouette icon at the top of the page. Now for a quick tour of the club dashboard, let's just cover the places you'll be doing most of your work. On the left side of the page is this club management dropdown. Almost everything you access will be through this dropdown. The dashboard tab is essentially just a different way of visually representing the team management dropdown, so it's kind of redundant. The team registrations tab is used to see what league/tournaments, known as events, each team has registered for through GotSport. You can also register teams for additional events through this tab, though that can also be done through the teams tab. The forms and registrations tab will not be used by 95% of our clubs, so I will not cover it in this video. The Teams tab is where you'll create teams and register them. The Players tab is where you'll add players, check carding status, and upload requirements if needed. The Managers tab is where you'll add team managers/admins. Team managers have less permission granted than a full club admin, but we'll cover that more in video guide 3. The Coaches tab is where you'll add coaches, check carding status, and upload requirements if needed. The Rosters tab is very misleading in that you will very rarely interact with it for rostering. Rostering and roster changes are done under the Roster Builder tab. The Roster Builder tab is one of the more important sections to understand. From here, as the name suggests, we build the actual rosters for the season. Rosters can be confusing in the way the system handles them, specifically when it comes to tournaments versus league rosters, but we will cover this in greater detail in video guide 4. The Registrations tab is used almost exclusively for releasing a player from your club so that they may be carded by another club, since an individual may only hold 1 membership at a time. The Hidden Players tab will not be relevant except for a few exceptions, so I will not be covering that in this video either. I want to quickly go over one additional tab that is not under the club management dropdown, and that is the Users tab. That is where you add club admins and other club level staff, not team admins or coaches. We will elaborate more on this in video guide 3. We briefly covered each of the sections of the site you'll be using to card your teams, So in the next video, we will be adding other club admins to assist us and going over the onboarding process for them.